Welcome to the Eduonics Introduction to Go course. Let's just take a moment to outline what we will learn. In the Introduction to Go course, we will focus on the following core domains to introduce the Golang programming language. We will look at what's involved in setting up a development environment for Golang in the three major frameworks where you will work as a Go developer. Firstly, what we call Go path. This is downloading the Go SDK and setting it up in a desktop environment. Then Docker, which is a Linux container engine. We'll look at what's involved in setting up a Golang development environment inside a Docker container. And then Google, the creators of Go, have a cloud service called App Engine, and they provide an App Engine Go SDK. So we'll look at setting up an App Engine SDK Golang development environment. We will study the Golang language syntax, the core structures, its primitives, its types, using Golang pointers, and concurrency or multi-threaded applications using Golang's concurrency type, the Go routine. Then we will look at what's known as the Golang toolchain. Go is not an interpreted language. It does not run inside a virtual machine. It uses what's known as the Golang runtime, so you need to build native binaries. Then we will look at the Golang package structure, how it works with a development environment, how you use it to create applications, and how you use it for dependencies, particularly complex dependencies such as the Go mobile, which is basically a Go SDK for creating Android and iOS mobile applications. Golang was a language developed by Google for working in a distributed server environment or working in a cloud environment. It's very well suited for web programming. We will look at some examples of Golang web programming, in particular developing a REST API, working with Google's App Engine, and working with Amazon's web services or the Amazon cloud. When Google developed Golang, they developed in respect to some issues they had using traditional compilers from C and C++. So basically they created a new compilation system that works at the system level very efficiently compared to traditional system level code using C or C++. So we will look at Golang's system level development and how Golang has greatly simplified both static and dynamic linking. We will look at how you can create effective language bindings from other languages such as Java with Android, C or Python using the Golang toolchain. Finally, we will look at issues involved with creating Golang applications. We will look at command line applications. These are applications that would run in a headless environment. Then we will look at traditional desktop applications. We will look at what's involved in setting up a graphical user interface toolkit for Go, and then we will look at Golang systems programming. In this course, we will introduce Golang programming. So we will look at these domains of setting up a development environment, understanding the syntax, understanding how to use the toolchain, how to package and structure and work with dependencies in your application, an introduction to web programming with Go, systems level programming with Go, and creating a graphical user interface or a command line application. So we introduce these concepts, and by the time the course has finished, you should be comfortable with the basics of Golang and ready to move on to more intermediate and advanced level topics. We hope you enjoy the course.